Alright, where did we leave off? I don't remember. Wait, yes I do. It's been a week. Sorry. We just faced off against Hammer. And we kicked his butt. And we stole his trading cards. And Faye tried to leave Ellie behind. And then they got into a lover's tiff. And at least I remembered to put in the right disc this time. I've only made that mistake like 3 times. Stop? Oh. Really, Max? Really? Forgive me about what just happened. Forgive me, but I want to explain. Now, for the first time, people on both Earth and Solaris are becoming one. But then, not all of them are strong like the crew of the ship or the people in Shavat. Even we almost lose sight of our future at times, so you can imagine what regular people go through. That's why people need someone like you to depend on, as a light to guide us. You freed the hearts of the people that have been used as tools by that ministry for hundreds of years. Ellie, it was you, and now your body doesn't just belong to you alone anymore. That's why I can't let you be in any danger. That's why I don't want you to fight anymore. It's funny, isn't it? Huh? We used to be enemies, but now we're together like this. In the beginning, I think I saw myself in you. We seemed to overlap, you being in a similar situation as I was in. When I was with you, I didn't feel alone or apprehensive. That's why I thought I liked you. But it wasn't that. I simply didn't have the courage to look at my true self. I turned to you to run away from it all. I mistook that for love. But it's different now. I can face my own problems. I am me, and you are you. It has all become clear to me now. I also learned that I really do need you. It's not because I need you as a sanctuary for my problems. I need you because I truly love you. Ellie. I know what you're saying, Faye. I know why you're so concerned for my safety. But you know, I'm scared. I fear we may never see each other again. I just have this feeling. Don't worry, I won't die. No, it's not that. It's something completely different. It's as if I'm being torn apart by something I can't resist, that I'm no longer me. Even if you come back safely, it just feels so uneasy. That is why I need to go with you. I can't bear to be away from you. I feel the same way, ever since the time I met you in that forest. I think it's the same feeling that you've been having. I was also running to you. But I have to solve my own problems. I can't throw my problems onto you. There is another me. Id is within me. I fear that at any moment id may awaken within me. You're the only one that has been able to keep me from giving in to id. It was because you were always by my side that I was still able to keep from losing myself. Oh, hold up. I just got raided again. Oh, thanks, Lith. Thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate that. You showed up at an awkward moment. I'm trying to talk to my girl here. I promise you that I will return. We came for the loot. So, that is, Ellie, I want you to be my reason to return. To be my home that I can return to. Ellie, if you will wait for me to come back, even if we are in totally different places. As long as you will stay by my side, I know I'll be able to do anything. You never finished this game, Lith? Oh man. Yes, it does have the mechas. It has all of the mechas. I like how the game transitions from just simple anime kiss to a full night of woohoo. Are you going now? Yeah, sorry. Did I wake you? It's okay. I've been awake all along. All along? They did. They did. Also, thank you for the follow, Ace. Uh-huh, I was watching over you while you slept, because that's not creepy. And before I realized it, it was morning. But, well, I'm off. Alright then, do be careful. Yeah, I will. Oh, could you hold on to this for me? Oh, and thank you for the follow, Sarkis. Sarkis Mincorp? Sure, I'll go with that. What is this? Is this a pendant? I don't know whose it is. It seems it was on me when I was brought into Lahan. It may be mine, or it could be... It could be? Oh, nothing. Will you just hold on to it for me? Alright, I'll hold on to it for you. Thanks. Well, I guess it's goodbye. Oh, Faye. Yeah? Thank you. Oh, Sarcasm Incorporated. Okay, I get it. I can't read. Ellie, are you okay about this? Don't you want to be with him? Yes, but it's because I believe in him. Just being close to a person is not in itself an indication of love, is it? But men are selfish. When something big happens, they say, "It's too dangerous, you can't come." They treat women like we are weaklings. Although, it is true I can't help Bart and friends much anymore, because you got shot in the leg. That's not true. Everyone wants someone special waiting for them. Someone who will protect a place they can return to. If you don't have that peace of mind, then you would not be able to get anything done. Men try to tough it out as much as they can, and then some. They're cute the way they do that, aren't they? Alright, Lith. Have a good night, man. Thanks for the raid again. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, we have things we have to do too now. And while we do them, let's pray that everyone comes back safely. To God? No. To your own innermost feelings that everyone believes in. That sounds like heresy. What's wrong? I knew it. Yes, that must be it. What? Ellie, it's like everyone says. You must be a reincarnation of Sophia. You have no way of knowing the Nissan sect's teachings, but what you say... Well, it's exactly the same as what Sophia always said. Yes, that might be it. The first time I visited here, I had the most amazing feeling. Familiar, sad, like I had visited here many times in my dreams. I know where each room is and what's in them. I just know I must have been here in the distant past. Before, if you had spoken of this, I'd have brushed it off with a laugh. But now... Now I can more or less believe it. The things I couldn't do then, I'm probably trying to do now. Really, Max? Things you couldn't do? Yes, the things I couldn't do. Ah, yes. Back on the Eldridge. Driving back the Solarian Interceptor forces, we took to the floating continent Mohannon. It was the central hull of a colossal spacecraft with a diameter of at least 40 Celts. Judging from the condition of the hull, we estimated the ship was thousands of years old. It was determined by examining the inside of the wreckage that some kind of accident occurred on this ship about 10,000 years ago, which forced it to crash onto our planet. Alien beings that came to our planet from a far-off galaxy eons ago. Could it possibly have been that our ancestors were the passengers of this ship and had crash-landed here on this planet? Seeking God in his divine wisdom, Raziel's tree, which it is said lie here in Mahanan, we proceeded further. Uh-oh. That's never a good sign. Well, I don't want to have to go through that again. I don't actually remember what's up next. That's kind of a problem. Let me put another magnetic coat on this guy, so he has some response. Wait a minute. What are you doing in my party? That ain't right. Shoot. I can change party members, right? Wait. There you go. Change members. He's got all kinds of armor and stuff, but that isn't really going to help him. He needs a magnetic coat. Why was Neo Cortex there? I may have a Crash Bandicoot 2 save somewhere on that memory card. You judging, man? Is that not allowed? Okay, Ether Machine silenced. I definitely need that. Alright, he has the Ether Doubler. The Speed Ring's good. Why not? I thought for some reason he was in the game. Oh. Alright, that's fair. I miss memory cards that just remind, like, give you little images that remind you of what's in there. Oh. In the depths we saw an alien form. It was partially rotted and petrified, a giant, grotesque being. It gave off an inexplicable air of intimidation. Perhaps it was more than a gut reaction. Perhaps it was the fear of the absolute that came from the very depths of our inherited instincts. I don't quite remember what I'm supposed to do here. If I remember right, this is one of those gimmick fights. Yep. He just halves his own HP. Well, and mine too, but that's not the point, really. Okay, that's good. Except it's not actually good. And he does not have a fixed frame. I didn't play him this well. It is already mostly dead. Wow, he straight up missed. I gotta wait for him to do the thing again. That is not the thing. What have you done? Ouch. I think Billy might be about to eat it. There it is. He's got 5k health. So as long as I don't screw this up. Yes! No? Oh. Took him down to 1. Alright, Sarcasm Incorporated. Have a good night. I'm just glad Billy pulled through that. That was the ultimate power? The partially rotted thing eventually self-disintegrated. We proceeded even further. And loading? Okay. We came to an enormous cavern that was big enough to swallow the whole capital of Ave. In its center were 2 gently glowing objects. It was the source of divine wisdom. It was Raziel's tree. The ultimate power at like probably 10% Fey. Yeah, correct. Not even. And the cavern itself was a giant computer called Raziel. And this is why you don't bring Citan to this fight. Because he has to read the computer. The wisdom of God, hidden within Raziel, we found the unthinkable when we accessed its data. A large, unmanned strategic weapon, and its battalion of terminal interface weapons, traveling from star system to star system, and a gargantuan mothership used to carry them. The creation of the Malak, angel, God's army to reign over the vast universe with, and the construction of a divine ark. These weapons were called Yabeh, the Interplanetary Invasion Weapon System. What the Gazelle Ministry was pursuing was right here. According to the data, the giant rotting organism we just defeated was in fact the nucleus of this system. We were on the verge of accessing the data for the object called Zohar, the central neural circuit and power source controlling the entire system, from the weapons to the mothership. When suddenly he appeared. Ah, the hidden data from Raziel's tree. Move away from there. This matter is far too weighty for the likes of you. Damn, we were so close! We must protect it with our lives. We can't let them have the Raziel data. You handle them. I will try and extract as much data as I am able to. If anything goes wrong, I will destroy this place. And now, I'm about to get my ass kicked. Oh, he's taking a different path this time. Nice. Boost. Everybody boost. Except you. I don't even know if Wild Smile does anything, so instead I'm just gonna hit him. Oh. Why? This doesn't work. I'll be pissed. Oh, there we go. Great. 2,700. I feel like this should be doing so much more damage, but I did not actually outfit my people for this, and I think Graf's just letting me live because it amuses him. Because the last time I did this fight, he straight up one-shot Faye in one round. Yes! Stop ether engine! Josiah's getting a heck of a lot of exercise in this fight. All he's doing is stepping on my people. I don't know how I feel about that. I could do the Yggdrasil charge. See what kind of damage that does. It does nothing! Hooray! Wait, hold up. Well, hopefully he just takes out Bart first, since Bart isn't gonna really do a whole lot. No, I opened my face. I don't know why I opened my face. If he lets me win, I'm gonna be super excited. So just, you know. But I'm not getting my hopes up. I don't remember how much damage I need, but I think it's like 100k. Oh geez. This is not going well, but it could be worse. Are you supposed to win this fight? No, you are definitely not supposed to win this fight. But damn it, I'm trying. I just don't have near the kind of damage output that I would need. Like, you actually have to prepare for this well before you finish Disc 1. Can I win this fight? I don't know. That's... Oh, you mean like... Is it possible? Yes. Goodbye, Faye. Good lord. And there he goes. Well. 3 damage. Great. That's delightful. I gotta flip out booster, so he's just gonna finish me off at his leisure. Because he has no fuel. We're done here. Man's already down.
What a shame.
But you know what? I did better this time than last time. Maybe I'll get it on another playthrough. I guess that's all you can take for now. Are you frustrated? But that is only natural. After all, you are imperfect. Imperfect? Yes, you are lacking now. The absence of wrath is an impediment to you utilizing your true strength. Wrath? The drive to massacre and annihilate, the compulsion to destroy your opponent. Such wrath is power for the soul. By eliminating your foe, you attain your first sublimation of that drive. It is this very sublimation that draws out the hidden powers within oneself, but clinging to reason, suppressing your wrath and desire, makes releasing your true power a dream within a dream for you. You already know this. When wrath appeared in your heart, the machine responded, did it not? What drew out such power from your machine was truly the drive of your soul. It was your id. The sign of the purpose you've been seeking. The mark of a natural-born assassin. You're wrong. That's absolutely untrue. I'm not id. The time has come. I'll take your soul and draw its power out to the limit. Enough. Huh? What are you stopping me for? He is bait. If you kill the bait, the precious bird we wish to capture will fly away. You know, a very important bird, needed to fulfill my earnest desire. You understand, don't you, Lacan? Suit yourself. We shall crucify them. In the land of Golgotha, to the west of here. Collect all the broken gears. I mean, they're sending a message, but this is kind of ridiculous. When Faye and the others arrived at the deepest part of Mahanan, I was looking after the newly mutating people of Nissan. People mutating one after the other. Like some eternal nightmare that made me wonder just how long we would have to keep on nursing them. Are you okay? You haven't had any rest, have you? I can handle things on my own for a while. Why don't you go out for a walk? Thank you, but I'll be all right. I'd rather keep busy so that I won't worry about things too much. Is that it? Hey, Ellie, what's that? This? Can I see it? Just as I thought, it's the pendant of Nissan. But why do you have it, Ellie? It's Faye's. I'm holding it onto it for him. But it feels as if I have always worn it. When you wear that, you look even more like Sophia. Really? Flattery won't get you anything, you know. Anyway, we need to hurry up and test the new mutation suppressant assembler on those other people there. We can't afford to have them change any further. Ah! Oh no, something has happened to Faye and the others. I don't follow. Your necklace breaks and overcome by indescribable fear, I decided to ascend to Shavat, which was stationed in the skies above Nissan. Awaiting me there was a transmission from Krelian. He told me that if I wanted to save Faye and the others, I would have to come to Golgotha. Krelian wanted me. In order to save Faye and my other friends, I departed in the last Omnigear left remaining in Shavat. My previous fear of riding in this machine was surmounted by my desire to rescue the people dear to me. Are you serious about going it alone? Boy, these guys. Krelian told me to come by myself. I can't afford to break the agreement. So please stay behind and protect everyone here. But it's a trap. I know. Then why? If I do not go, Faye and them will be executed for sure. Krelian isn't concerned with anyone else but me. So what makes you think he's going to hold his part of the bargain? Do you have any way of knowing that you will definitely save your friends by doing this? No. Then it's suicide. It might be. But I've made it this far because of Faye and the others. Because they accepted me as their friend. if you go away, what about us? What about all the people who have assembled in Nissan that you leave behind? Everyone's depending on you for their spiritual support. The people in Nissan will be fine. They can stand on their own feet without any support from me. This is also true of you all, right? But why do you fight so much for him? Oh, why do you do so much for him? Excuse me. I don't know. I guess it's a woman's prerogative to be selfish, perhaps. A woman's prerogative? I'm not a holy woman of any sort. I'm just a regular woman. I get angry, I cry, I laugh. Although at times I can resent others, I also know how to love others. Loving whole masses of people at times, and loving just one person the rest of the time. I am in supreme bliss when I am embraced by the man that I love. Giving what I have to him, and receiving what he gives me, we become one flesh. That is the moment when I am most at peace. It is my prerogative as a woman to simply want to save the man that I love. Boss. I'm sorry for saying such selfish things. Excuse me. My face. I'll go and do all that I can do for my friends. So I want you all to do whatever it is you can do for our friends here. Well, I better get going now. I'm so super happy that I won't have to voice Ellie for much longer. This just seems like overkill. Hold up. Even Choo-Choo's up on a cross. You know what? I think she belongs up there. Also, I like how Bart is nowhere in sight. What the F is that thing? It's better you don't know about it. Don't worry, it's not important. So we got Faye and Citan in the middle, and then Sebzin on the right, who I didn't even use, and Choo-Choo on the left, who I never use. I don't think I've ever used that character apart from the one mandatory boss fight. At least the party's represented. Ellie? You idiot! Why did you come here? Carlion's after you. Forget about us. Run and save yourself. I came as I was told. I'm the only one you need. They have nothing to do with this, so let Faye and the others go. How gallant you are, Elheim. It's as if that scene from the past has been brought back to life in the present. So you came in an Omnigear. That too is her gear. Allow me to confirm something. I'll consider what kind of treatment your friends will receive on one condition. That you first defeat these two men here with that gear you came in. How about it, Elheim? Forget it, Ellie. He's up to something. Don't accept it. Faye is right. Carlion is not a man of his word. And he always has ulterior motives when he sweet-talks someone. What is more, those men are fighting machines created by Carlion. Their combat skills are immeasurable. They are not opponents you can handle by yourself. Do not take him up on his offer. Escape all you can. My, such harsh criticism. I am not that brutal. So what will it be, Elheim? Even if you were to try to flee now, it is not likely you would be able to. You see, I have this whole area surrounded by my guards. Wouldn't it be logical to take the choice where you may still stand a chance? No matter how slight it may be. Don't do it, Ellie. Alright then, I'll do what you say. Good, you are indeed my precious little bird. Now get on with it. If it gives Faye and them even the slightest chance of escape, then I will fight. I don't care if it costs me my life. They're too fast. That makes me sad you never actually get to use her Omni gear. Because it looks pretty sweet. Outmatched, even in my Omni gear. But I can't just... No, not like this. I can't lose. But must somehow stop movement. So she's supposed to get completely effed up then, huh? Yeah, basically. That's the premise. Okay, that was a pretty sweet combo. Stop! Now's my chance! Ha! Did I do it? How could that? I thought it had some sort of effect. Here, all that hurt. I'll get you back. It was wrong of you to underestimate our power. This just isn't fair. I'm getting no results. It can't be helped, Mugwort. It's about time to finish the job. This just hurts to watch. Downed yet? It's to be expected. Multiple fractures, major blood loss. I wouldn't be surprised if the cockpit is a sea of blood. At worst, death. What the? There's no way you could stand after taking that much damage. But Mugwort? Why you? How dare you do that to my partner? Ah yes, why didn't I think of that? Death lasers. No way. Ellie! Her true awakening? Or just merely protecting her master? Either way, it does not alter the fact that she is the mother existence that I have been searching for. Now, men, recover that machine. Place priority on the safety of the pilot, and use whatever it takes to preserve her life. It's a weird tone to take after you beat a lady half to death. Well then, I shall be taking this girl with me. As for the rest of you, why don't you just wallow there pathetically while you meditate on your own lack of any real power? Pitiful. You can't even protect a single woman. It is not even worth the effort of putting a spineless wretch like you out of your misery.
I'm the trash man.
Ellie was taken away, and as Krelian had told her, we were left alive. Was Krelian just keeping his promise? No, that can't be it. There had to be another real reason why he allowed us to live. We had to find that out. I am going to make a second save. Because that other one is before the graph fight. I might see later on if it's possible to salvage that. I don't think it is at this point, but the fleshly body of God has been recovered. The anima and the animus have all been obtained. All that is left for us to do is change into the animus and become one with the mother persona. That is incorrect. What? What do you mean, Krelian? What did you just say? What are you doing? Krelian, have you gone totally insane? What are you doing to the memory banks? Do not touch them. We cannot survive without them. You were the only ones who could have activated the key. But now that it has been activated, I no longer need you. I am having you all erased. How dare you? The only obstacle that kept me from my goals was Cain. He was the one person who had total control of the people, and thus was my greatest nemesis. But the only person who could terminate Cain was Cain himself. That's why I created a copy of Cain. Ramses acted exactly as I predicted, killing Cain. Now there is no one who can stop me, and I'm not interested in your power or authority. Did you really think you were acting on your own free will? You are all just parts of the system, created only as weapons of invasion and oppression. You are just terminal interface weapons. We can become God, and you're... God? Who said you'd be God? What impertinence! We are humans. We were created to be terminal interfaces of God. It is the same for you, who were once humans. Man cannot become God. We can only entrust ourselves to God. Ridiculous. Going against the mother. I have not gone against her. This is the will of the other mother. You think you can eliminate us and still revive God? It can be done. Your genes were scattered in order to keep the world alive after the fall in the days of destruction. From another brother. Thank you. I was thinking that and I didn't want to say it. Also, hello, Nicodemus. How are you doing today? Those genes live on today within the humans. The anima vessels, and the recipients of their alignment, the animus, are also the persona. By combining these with my nanomachines...
Nanomachines, son!
Damn it. Humans will become living beings very much the equivalent of you. Actually, they may far surpass you in becoming worthy terminal interfaces for God. So you are no longer of any use to me. Deus, the physical manifestation of God, only wants results. The means are insignificant to him, so this is my ARC plan. My Project Noah. Krelly, may all your worries cease. Rest in peace, ancestors of mortal man. Now it is just you and I, Sophia. I was powerless. All I could do was stand by and watch as they took Ellie away from me. I am powerless. What are you doing there? Oh, it's you. I wasn't able to beat Graf. I didn't stand a chance against him. It was obvious from the start. It was impossible to try to defeat a monster machine like that to begin with. And Ellie, why was she so damn foolish? I implicitly told her not to come. I told her to run away. She had to have known it was a trap. Yes, you won't be able to defeat him like that. As long as you continue fighting with that kind of an attitude, that is. The reason you lost and that young lady was taken was because of your pride. Weren't you depending far too much on the power of your machine? Not to mention that new id power you're now able to control. What is Graf's source of his power? His machine? His technique? His experience? I do not think so. It is his feelings. His heart, his feelings are dominated by his resentment and his hatred of this world. That hatred is his source of power. Your feelings weren't focused enough to fight off Graf. That is why you could not win. Your feelings must be in the right place. That is strength. I'm not surprised you lost, seeing as you do not understand the true meaning of strength. Wiseman. That young lady. The only thing in her heart was her desire to save you all. She set aside her fear and piloted that machine. It was because she had such strong feelings that you are all still alive. That is what I think. Of course you have been defeated. However, that doesn't mean it's over. How do you plan on responding to her feelings? It is now your turn to save her, is it not? Well, what are you going to do, Faye? I'm going to... In order to save Ellie, we began to search desperately for her whereabouts. And 2 weeks later, we found her. Using the data obtained from Raziel and his own nanomachine technology, Colleen had begun the construction of God's Ark, Merkava. Its completion was imminent. To prevent its activation, and to rescue Ellie, we headed for Merkava. I'm like slipping and tripping over words today, so I apologize. You again? Are you girls thinking of going in there too? Don't get any wrong ideas there. We are here to help our commander. Miang and Carlian have been manipulating his emotions for the sole purpose of eliminating the Emperor. We simply want to free the commander from those bonds so that he may be saved. It's neither for the sake of the world, nor for the sake of your girlfriend, Elheim. We have no intentions of fighting on the same side as you. Fine. You have your own battles to fight, and we have ours. Let's leave it at that. But if things get out of hand, you head back. We'll handle it. We'll make you eat those words. You wait and see. We entered inside of Merkava, and while fighting back units of weapons that self-regenerated through the use of nanomachines, we headed for the central core. And then, once again, Ramses appeared before us. Oh, I always loved this sequence. So well done. Citan, how did you get back in the party? You know what? It's fine. I wanted you back in anyway. Problem is, what should I be doing as far as Death Blower 3 would be fun. Actually, same thing on him. Like, dodging is not really going to help me so much. What did I do with Death Blower? I think I have it on her. I do. Magic Guard. Ah. You need an HP 30. Like, need. You need that. Because I know what's coming up. There you go, another power magic. Why not? I just need to replace this with something. I don't know what. Guess I could give him another magnetic coat. Unless I've run. Nope, I do have another one. Yeah, it's probably okay. For the ether doubler. And I guess the trading card, why not? Because I didn't equip it on Faye because I'm an idiot. I wasn't gonna beat Graf anyway. kind of a pipe dream at that point. Looks like this shaft somehow connects to the outside, but we don't have time to turn back. Let's hurry ahead. At least I can still tune things up. Not that there are any actual new options. Let's just make sure that these guys are in good standing. Good. Yeah, alright. And I'm pretty sure Citan's okay, but for the sake of argument. Done. Perfect. Those doors go quite a ways in. I've been waiting for you, Faye. Ramses? Faye, if only you hadn't have been born. That's good English. We're going to settle this now. Stop it, Ramses. What reason is there to continue fighting me? Who are you fighting for? Why do you always have a bone to pick with me? Tell me why. It is all because of you. If only you hadn't come in and destroyed my prospects in life. My life was given to me within a nanoreactor in Curlian's laboratory. To be born as a superior being above all humans, but then... This time your body is young. The previous one got too old. And the name? Karen, but individual names have no meaning to me. So, what brings you here? I forgot who was talking at the moment. Is that thing inside the nanoreactor there the one? Huh? Oh. Recognition code 0808191, Ramses. The Emperor's been told it's a prototype for an artificial contact. What's its status? It has entered the so-called first growth stage. From now until the binding, its growth will be several times faster than that of an ordinary human. But its psychological development will be a little difficult to control. It is a replica, so that is to be expected. It is moving. Can it hear us? Yes, it already has a will of its own. Then, I have a better way. Let us dispose of it. We do not need this. We have my child. My child will be 4 this year. Your having a child is significant? Yes. I checked it out. There is no mistake. It's a contact. What's its name? My child's name is Faye. So, you understand what this means? A corresponding antitype is... Yes, probably already born somewhere. The final one. Then this thing is worthless. Yes, totally useless. Chase after it, boy. A love that's unattainable for you, no matter how hard you try to pursue it. Until then. Your clapping's a bit out of sync there, Ramses. Because of your existence, I was discarded. I was destined to be the representative of God, having the might of the Emperor. I was destined to be the ultimate existence, having the power to exercise absolute control over all. But I lost it all, because of you. But my mother? Then how do you know her? Ramses. Commander, please stop this. Commander, if what you say is true, then that is even more of a reason not to fight. You were just used by Krelian and... Silence. You, even you, dare to censure me? I saved you from nearly becoming a test subject, and now you turn on me? You are mistaken. You are only thinking of your best interests. Oh, we are. Excuse me. Silence. Ultimately, only I can help myself. I am the only one that can correct this. This is the end for you. On guard. Because here I come, Faye. Yes, that's, one of the reasons you tell someone to be on guard. Oh, let's see here. Oh. I didn't remember that being a thing. Real cute, Ramses. Real cute. Like I wasn't already angry at you. On the bright side, we're low enough. We'll get these guys into hyper mode pretty quick. Although Faye, I can just... How rude. Didn't I put Deathblower 1 on him? Damn it. I could have sworn I did. Yeah, it's fine. Woo! Satan showing off them dodging skills. Really? Again? Well, then again, this fight is designed just to eat fuel. Screw it. Oh, that never gets old. Well, good. We lived. Ooh, golden vest. Ah. What's this? That Faye is a hole in the wall. Well done. What is this place? This is where Carr was born, and where his hatred of you was forged. Who's there? What is this? That's Ellie! Ellie! I would have liked to have been able to commend you for making it here. But your efforts were all in vain. The resurrection of Deus is imminent. Sacrificing this girl will bring about the awakening of God. What are you talking about? Why does Ellie have to be sacrificed? There's no need for you to know. For all of you, it will all end here. Ah! Oh, I hate this fight. It's awful. Adieu, boys. Oh, this is running so smoothly. So if I remember correctly, every time you hit her, she changes her attack pattern. And she returns all the damage that you deal right back to you. So long as you don't do anything, you're okay. But you do kind of have to... Yeah, so like once every time she does this move, if you need to build somebody up, you can. But right now I want to get my people's health back, so this is gonna be a minute. Well, health and fuel. Fuel kind of important. I don't remember the amount of damage you have to do to her, but I think it's like 20k? Seems like a nice big round number. Oh, good. I'm glad you're home, Interceptor. We're here again. If you happen to remember this. So I'm pretty sure that this was one of the times that you showed up during the last run of this game. Which was super painful because the game was not running well. I was remembering a lot of the cutscenes you were playing. I was listening in the car. Fair enough. Is that Ramses? No. We just beat the crap out of Ramses. This is Miang. Which is why she's half snake. Oh, sorry, it's why the robot is half snake. I feel like there might have been an item I could have equipped that would have let me retain fuel much more quickly. Retain? Regain? Whatever. Yep, there you go. Every time you hit her, she just gets back up. While you grind through this, I'm gonna hop in the shower. Alright, enjoy. See how much this hurts by comparison. Holy crap! It's a full grand. Well, it's super risky to do it that way. At least it dropped back down. This is a super mean trick to play on your players. Just throwing that out there. Hey, Faye can almost get his health back. Almost. He can get his health back now. Not that it's really gonna help him that much. I guess ether armor would have been a better choice. In retrospect. Oh. He needs 1400. Alright, we'll get there eventually. As soon as she stops blasting me. Oh, the more she does that, the more I want to hit her. Here we go. He's out of the danger zone. But he has no fuel. Go figure. Oh, this is gonna hurt. It's fine. I have the health. I can deal with it. Oh, he can go into hyper mode too. Naturally. As opposed to the alternative. Either way, he needs fuel to be able to do it. See, system mid takes 1,000 fuel, right? Let's see. Oop. Yeah, it takes 1,000. So I really just need one of the two of them to go into hyper mode, and that would really help me out. He's only at 10%. She is at 15. I think she'll get closer to it as we lose more health. And that stings. Let's see what these percentages look like now. 20%. 15%. And he's steadily climbing. I think once Faye hits 1,500, that might be enough fuel to make a go of it. If you considered stacking ether defense, I'd have to go back and do that now. I like doing things the hard way, Kylar. Also, hello, how are you doing today? Makes this fight cake. Ooh. I'll have to remember that for next time. I'm already here, so I figured I'd make the best of it. Do I even have access to an item that would let me charge fuel faster? I don't know that I did. Or I don't know that I do. I feel like they dropped that on you at the end. What are you trying to do here? Oh, welcome back, Shadow. So every time you hit her, her defense and her ether defense goes up. And she hits you about 10 times harder than before. So as long as you don't hit her, she doesn't do that much damage to you, and you can kind of reclaim all the fuel you lost in the fight before this. Are you just waiting this out or something? No, you do eventually have to, like, hit her with everything that you have. But right now, phase fuel is below where I need it in order to actually do that. So I'm building him up, and then we'll take a swing at her to see if how much damage I can inflict in one round. And I might die for it. How much fuel is needed? Well, it takes $1,000 in order for him to go into System ID. So I'm going to say 1,500. That's when I'm going to have one of these other folks take their attack level up to 3 and then wait for another hyper mode. So he's nearly there. She's not doing a whole lot of damage at the moment, and that's because you're just chilling. Correct. Like, you hit her once, and I'll demonstrate, because I am real close to the go point. But you hit her once, and she just steps it up to $1,000 each. And if you hit her twice, it's like $5,000 each. But, as Kylo said earlier, if I had planned ahead and put ether defense on my gears, the fight is kind of cake. But I didn't remember this fight ahead of time. So we're doing it the hard way. Such is my life. 1,500, alright. Oh. Oh. Here we go. Seems like the last couple of fights have had the expectation of you knowing what you're doing very well. Yeah, that's unfortunately how a lot of these fights go. Alright. 20% hyper mode. Instant I see that go. This is gonna hurt. Nope, not just yet. Ouch. Yep. It's pretty easy, really, if you read the descriptions of what is happening. True. But again, like, you can't do anything about it once you're in the fight, so you'd have to... Yeah, lots of people don't read what it says. That is true. But some of us like to keep going because... we like to see what we can break. There we go. 2 of them are at attack level 3. Any day now. Come on, Satan. Looking at you. Oh, actually, I'm looking at either of you now. Just either one of you wants to do this. We gotta get blasted again. That's what's gonna happen. There isn't a fight after this, but the lower HP of this boss is ridiculous damage, so you gotta burn it down fast. Exactly. Oh, here we go. Yes. Whew. Alright. Boost. Everybody boost. Immediately. Did I buff everyone's attack with Doc's Ethers? I didn't know those actually worked in Gears. Ah, woman, come on. This may not work, but we're gonna try for it. I'm probably gonna get blasted anyway, but screw it. I have the power of save states. I can still win. Maybe. Or I'm just gonna get completely annihilated. Never mind, here we go. Alright, that's 3. Everybody's in infinite. Yes! Why use triangle instead of square? Yeah, this is the Japanese mod. My, aren't we powerful? I like how everybody managed to clutch it out at the end there. Hello, Hacks. What WTF? How you doing today? You came at a good time. Heh. Well then, let's start over from the beginning again. You think you can beat me this time? What the? I thought I defeated you. Unless you can decompose her atomic structure, you don't stand much of a chance. Normal attacks are futile against one who has the ability to regenerate, using nanomachines. Damn it, nanomachines.
Nanomachine, son!
Now the time has come for the Great Awakening. It is our Omnigears? Damn, what's going on? Huh? Hey, is that... our Omni... No, that's not it. Is that... our Anima Relics? Is it trying to detach the Anima Relics from our Omnigears? Deus is swallowing up our Anima Relics. It seems the Anima Relics have fallen into the hands of the enemy. This is the true meaning of the Anima Relics. To obtain their respective animus and return to the persona. The Anima Relics are really one set of parts that make up Deus, the physical manifestation of God. They really needed a few more tracks for the soundtrack? Yeah, I suppose. If they'd had, longer than a 2-year development cycle, they probably would have got them. They regain their original powers or functions by aligning themselves with their destined partner. An Omnigear that has lost its respective Anima Relic is but a puppet. It becomes a mere vessel or container in which there are no contents. And this girl, too, was destined to become one with God. You see, Elheim is really one of the parts of God as well. What the hell are you talking about? Put simply, you serve to help bring all the parts of God together here for me. You're a bunch of stupid fools. It's as if you're all clowns. You believed the legend of how our world and the universe was created. But the Ministry and I fabricated that very myth a long time ago to suit our purposes. That's a lie. How can that be true? I think you'll find that your friends' Omnigears are all dead, too. I'm talking about your friends who split up and took a different path than you into this place. They were all parts of God that were disassembled in the past, but once again are all gathered here. Yes, it is indeed the time for the resurrection of God. But what was it all for? Everything that I have done up until now. I don't think Yasunori Matsuda went to hospital during this development cycle. He did for Chrono Trigger. Ramses. It's just you. What are you doing here, Car? What about me? My existence? What was its purpose? There was only one purpose to your existence, to eliminate Emperor Cain. Cain's will had become too much like that of humans. He was too concerned about them. He had forgotten his mission to revive God. That is why you were created. You were only made to remove our main hindrance, Cain. But as the original living being, Cain had absolute power. To make you turn on Cain, it was necessary to focus your mind on a single point. However, being an artificial life form, you were mentally unstable. That is why we used phase existence, resentment. That is the source of your strength. And you have excelled superbly at fulfilling our expectations of you. But we no longer have any more use for you. Haven't you realized that yet? You're a piece of trash.
I'm the trash man.
And being the reject that you are, why don't you just leave? What was I born for? What was I living for? A pathetic excuse for a life. Why you aren't even human. Now what to do with the lot of you? Well, I can't just kill you all, seeing as you have served me so well. So as a reward, I'll allow you to be sacrificed too, to be assimilated into Deus along with this girl. Ramses! Good. This is how I wanted it, Car. I am fated so as not to be able to kill myself. Now all my wishes have come true. Thanks to you. Miang. Well, if only Krelian wasn't made out of nanomachines. Faye, sorry we're late. Our Omni-Gears broke down. Anyway, let's hurry up and save Ellie. Yes, I know. Hang in there, Ellie. I'm letting you down now. Looks like he was in the hospital multiple times. Yeah. Pretty much. Ah! Faye, now you hang in there. She took my gun? Why did you do that, Ellie? Ellie, what happened to you? How could you? Don't tell me she's been brainwashed. Oh, you're talking about Mitsuda. Yeah. Ulcers from stress and overworking. But, like, again, the music that he comes out with is just... it's amazing. It has nothing to do with brainwashing. The majority of my body is comprised of a nanomachine colony. Not only for longevity, but also to unify with the mother. You can tell from the hair she's evil. That's correct. So don't be surprised. This much damage can be recovered rather quickly. Unify with the mother? That girl, Elheim, is our mother. Yes, I'm the mother of all humans. On this planet, you know, for context. Ellie? What are you babbling on about? Snap out of it, Ellie. You're as dense as usual, but I don't blame you. So be it. I will explain to you all about it. This Deus, the one you call God, is an interplanetary invasion weapon system that was built in ancient times by humans from another planet. It was created as an automatic weapon which could act upon its own will to take control of a targeted planet. But you should have known this much from looking at the Raziel records. Anyway, during a test run, Deus became uncontrollable. It released its power and annihilated a whole planet. The creators of Deus found its immeasurable power to be too much of a threat and hence forcibly shut it down. In order to analyze the cause of the problem, its core was dismantled and placed on an interplanetary emigrant passenger ship to be transported to another planet. Becoming aware of this, the disassembled Deus resisted. It tried to take over the passenger ship that was transporting it. However, as a last line of defense against the escape of Deus, its creators unexpectedly destroyed the whole ship, sending it crashing to this planet. You know, Max, just don't question it, alright? Like, the less you think about it, the better it is. Deus knew that it would not be able to get away from the explosion or the imminent impact, and so it detached its core from the Zohar power reactor. Zohar? Yes, Zohar. It is what drives all of the gears on this planet. It is the master generator that transmits its energy to the slave generators in our gears. It is also the source of all the ether power that the inhabitants of this planet utilize. There you go. So, all magic is because of a machine that they built somewhere else in the galaxy. By utilizing the energy displacements caused by actualizing a potential future phenomenon, this Zohar modifier has the ability to produce infinite amounts of energy. The source of all our ether power? Are you saying all our energy comes from that one power reactor or engine? Yes, but there is more. The core that was detached from Zohar, the biological computer Katamoni, crashed onto this primitive planet. Hey Matt, how you doing today? You came at a weird time. It activated Persona, its life support plant, that can generate organic material. Using it prepared for itself a genetic-based system for the day when Deus would be resurrected. Thus, the first humans were created from there, Emperor Cain and the elders of the Gazelle Ministry. Are you saying the Emperor and them Gazelle geezers were people born from Deus? Do you know why the Gazelle Ministry desired the anima relics in your bodies? Well, here's the reason. Before becoming human, the bodies of the Ministry were once part of the organic elements in the core circuit that made up Deus. There were two types of organic elements. The female type was called anima, while the male type was called animus. They were also created with the added ability to become mobile weapons by merging with machinery that was suited for use as terminal interface weapons for Deus. In other words, those Xenogears you were using were one form of such weapons. The Ministry, which were animus, were to become one again with their separated anima at the time of the resurrection of God. But in a war 500 years ago, they all lost their physical bodies. It was then that they decided to extract their own genetic factor from certain individuals of their human descendants who carried the appropriate sets of DNA. Also, each of them could become one with their respective anima again. Descendants? Then we're all... Yes, you humans are all descendants of Cain and the Gazelle Ministry. They were born from the Persona, gave birth, and propagated. They followed their inbuilt program to someday resurrect the heavily damaged Deus. All the people in the world were created solely to resurrect Deus? Yes. Sorry, I have something for this. Maybe? Is that not the button? Did I move it? I did move it.
Is that God you're talking about, or just a bunch of New Age crap?
There we go. Is Argento a boss in this game I'm not remembering? It could be. I don't recognize the name, though. But it wasn't just to restore its old body. More than half of Deus is constructed of biological parts. Do you remember those mutated humans? Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. Yeah, I'm sorry if this seems a little much, Max, but you have missed most of the story to this game. Oh, it's a gear in the battle arena. Okay, there you go. We humans are parts for God. Yes, almost all the people are destined to become parts for Deus. But you people gathered here are all different. You could say you escaped that destiny by existing through multiple generations. In actuality, there wasn't enough parts for Deus, but Krelian compensated for what was lacking. The reduction in the number of parts was due to humans living through multiple generations. But that deficiency in the human factor was made up for by the nanomachines created by Krelian. Not only that, but his nanomachines added additional functions. Deus has thus evolved into the perfect weapon. Ellie, what has happened? Why do you know all that? I am Yang, the Keeper of Time, the representative of our god, Deus. I was born to guide the people toward the path of the resurrection of Deus. That's ridiculous. Miang was just... You're limited in your ability to understand. Miang's factor exists within all women. The one who transcends the generations, the caretaker of humans. When the previous one dies, somewhere another Miang is awakened. It is programmed into all women's DNA to be that way. Who inherits the duty is just a matter of probability, Faye. That Miang over there and I are the same existence. We are all parts of Deus, all caretakers of humans. Let us end this discussion now. Deus has awakened. I am one of the parts that composes Deus, hence I must become one with it. Ellie, why did it have to be you? If Miang is a part for Deus, why did it not happen earlier? It's still not enough for her just to have awakened. Although she may be Miang, she still isn't the true Miang. The true Miang. Let's go, Krelian. All that is left to do is to vanquish this planet's civilization and return it to how it was. Then I can complete my unification with the final fragment of Deus, the Zohar modifier. The power reactor that fell upon this planet and became our genesis and now our apocalypse. The eradication of civilization. What is the purpose of doing that? Who knows? The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. I am just programmed to act in this way. My responses are limited. You must ask the right questions. Come. It is time for the awakening of the true mother. Please, wait. Ellie. Farewell, Faye. May you have a peaceful awakening. Ellie! Wait, Faye! Do not release the system! Sit down, wait! We are only endangering ourselves. Let's get out of here for now. Anybody else seeing a parallel with Faye jumping into what looks very similar to a live stream? Or is it just me? Oh. Really, Oz? A Gurren Lagann meme? Between that and all this mother business, well, I suppose there's that. Just remember, these guys ran it by the Final Fantasy team first, and then all of a sudden 7 has all these ideas that kind of mirror this. Like heavily mirror this. In less than subtle ways. Aren't they all one-winged angels? Yes. God, the interplanetary invasion weapon Deus had awakened and its arc, Merkava, was activated. Deus began to absorb, one after the other, the mutated people destined to be its parts. While the non-mutated would eventually only become a threat to it. To exterminate us and our civilization, it set into action. The planet's surface was devastated by Merkava and the weapons born from out of it called the Seraph Angels. Which is kinda redundant, really. While pursuing the newly awakened Deus, we chanced upon Faye, whose whereabouts had hitherto been lost, along with his gear Veltal, discovered together at the place where Merkava was originally located. We were overjoyed by Faye's return, but it was short-lived. For some unknown reason, Faye was found in a state of suspended animation. He did not regain consciousness. The people of Shivat and we ourselves feared the release of Id's power, and had no choice but to put Faye into carbonite freeze. Except that's not what that looks like. One might say a coma. Yes, correct. Your Majesty, why do the people of Shivat fear Faye so much? Even if Graf and Id's power are comparable. It is not that we fear him. We fear the error we ourselves committed, and now we are simply trying to put a lid on it. The error that you yourselves committed? Shavad instigated a battle 500 years ago to gain our independence from Solaris. However, we became overcome with the lust for power. Fearing the war-torn people's will would no longer be with Shavad, but with the Nisan Mother, and that the people would assemble under Sophia, the Council of Elders of Shavad back then made a deal with Solaris. A deal? Yes. At the time, Solaris, or the Gazelle Ministry to be exact, were at odds with a woman who held the real power behind the scenes. Would that happen to have been Miang? Most probably it was. Fearing the increasing power of the masses assembling in Nisan, the Gazelle Ministry schemed to hand over to us their antagonist, Miang, and promised a division of the rulership over the Earth's surface. But in exchange, we had to give them the rebel army that had assembled in Nisan, and also their patron, Sophia. The leaders of Shavad accepted, and it was decided that Nisan would be the location of the final decisive battle with Solaris. Shavad did not participate in that battle. Thwarted by the awesome numbers of the Solarian army and with their path of retreat cut off, the Nisan rebel army ran out of options and was destroyed. Caught up in the middle of all this was Lacan, Bart's ancestor Roni, myself, and Krelian. You were also there? Yes, surrounded on all sides, we were prepared to die. And then the rebel forces' flagship appeared with Sophia on board. She sacrificed herself so as to create a path for our retreat. Sophia's ship headed straight for the enemy's main ship on a suicide attack. I think we're going to be stuck in this chair listening to somebody read at us for quite some time now. But there's hope that on the other end, they'll give us freedom to move around again. Thanks to Sophia's sacrifice, we were able to survive. However, her death forever changed the fate of two men. Krelian, who followed closely under her as the leader of the Nisan sect's militia, completely lost faith after calling out to a god that would not respond. "I will create God with my own hands," were the last words he uttered before he disappeared. And Lacan, he resented himself for not having the power to do anything while she died in front of him. So he began to search for the legendary power. Legendary power? God's resting place, Mahanan, the source of divine wisdom, Raziel, and the anima relics which were created by that very wisdom. Besides these, there is one more legend. And that is Zohar. Zohar. That has the same name as the Zohar modifier, the power reactor that Miang spoke of, saying it was the infinite energy source of God, Deus. What she claimed is also the source of our ether powers and the driving force of all our gears. It would have to be one and the same thing. It is the place that contains the ultimate source of the world's power. It is said that only he who has the correct destiny would be able to discover its location. Losing all faith in humanity, Lacan sought after its power. Lacan became Graf, and the world collapsed. This tragedy happened because of the people's lust for power. I must take part of the responsibility for not having been able to stop it. And now, Faye, the one who has the same power as Graf, we just wanted to seal up that dreadful power that arose from our own sinful deeds. Graf, the man once known as Lacan, sought after the power of Zohar. The one who has the same power as Graf, Faye. I had this premonition that Faye too would awaken and seek out that power, and that presentiment became reality. Some sweet mood lighting in the dungeons down here. Where am I? Who am I? This is my memory? Doc. Bart. Rico. Billy. Wiseman. Graf. Everyone. My memories. Ellie? This is the part of the game I fell asleep on as a child? Really, Mr. C? Mother? Who are you? I'm surprised, that's pretty clever. You are id? I misjudged you. I didn't expect you, the fake personality, would create a fourth persona. Fourth persona? He can't feel anything. He's shut up inside your ego. The pressing facts and truths you won't face. You're afraid of them, so you desired to completely shut yourself off from the outside world. And so you formed a fourth persona, a fourth Fae. The name doesn't matter. He's the one on the stage. He's the one who's in control of our body. But it is a useless form of resistance. Come with me. Wait, what are you doing? He has the key. I merely want to borrow it. I've got to go somewhere. Are you coming too? Come on, guys, eat up. You haven't been able to get this kind of food around here lately, have you? Well, this is also due to my business savvy. What's wrong, Lacan? You look kind of down. What's bothering you? Are you worried about something? It's nothing. I'm just thinking about painting Sophia. I don't know why I agreed to do her portrait. Sophia? You mean your childhood friend who's now the Holy Mother of Nissan? She's not really a childhood friend. I just made her acquaintance at the monastery near my home when I was a child. She went to the clinic there for convalescence. She was frail. So, what are you worried about painting her for? She does not wish herself to become a symbol of her sect. Actually, it seems she wasn't interested in having her portrait painted at first. But when she heard I would be the painter, she turned around and agreed. That's what I don't understand. I see. Then she must like you. What are you talking about? That's how women are, right, Krellian? Hey, Krell. Huh? What's up? You're not having any? It's ready to eat. Yeah. Holy Mother of Nissan, huh? What, are you out to offend Divine Providence or something, Lacan? Cut it out. It's not like that. What? You gotta lighten up a little. This is a flashback, Max. Come on, how do you not... Never mind. You missed like 90% of the story. Sophia first showed me that books are the best way to calm the heart. And now I'm hooked on reading. I'm not trying to brag, but I've learned a lot of things I never knew before. Lately I've been reading this. What is it? Something I borrowed from Melchior. It's about a form of molecular engineering, nanotechnology. I believe it's a book found in the ancient ruins of the Zeboim civilization. It's a copy of someone's research report, but it's incomplete. I think there were even more wonderful things written in it, but we'll never know now. What's wrong? You don't look so good. Lately you've seemed melancholy almost every day. Has something happened? I don't know. I just can't paint right now. Sorry, but do you mind if we stop here for today? I see. It is not good to push yourself too hard. Why don't you rest up for a little while? I'll have Krellian take you. Even so, there was a time when I did some pretty vicious things. I lashed out at random. Everyone around me feared me, even my friends. I lived a life surrounded by people who looked at me with fear in their eyes. But she was the only one who wasn't afraid of me. She would just smile. Peace of mind. She was the one who taught me what that was and how I could receive it. She taught me how to live as a human. Hey Sky, how you doing today? What are you doing, Lacan? Oh, it's you, Krellian. I was thinking I'd stop painting the portrait. Why stop now? It's the circumstances. I shouldn't be painting her at a time like this. Eventually, she too must stand at the front lines, so... Is that really the problem? Lacan? Her smile. It's killing me. The more she smiles at me, the more I feel my very being become insignificant. Inside my heart there is this empty existence. Other than painting, I have no worth. Yet she continues to accept my presence. I feel like I'm getting smaller and smaller. I didn't have this feeling in the beginning. I just wanted to paint her one more minute, one more second longer. I wanted to keep on painting forever, but suddenly I couldn't. As the picture neared completion, the empty part of me started to manifest itself in my brushstrokes. I was meant to be painting her as she really is, but this picture is my own self. My empty self has begun to appear within there. That's why I've got to stop now. Your own self? You're just running away. You can't bear it when she smiles at you. By painting her portrait, you notice the gap between your own inner emptiness and her inner abundance. And you could not fill that gap. That's why you're quitting your painting. You're refusing her. Even so, you still can't bring yourself to leave her, can you? In spite of that, why is it that she continues to smile at you? You who can't accept her feelings. You who won't accept her feelings. Tell me why. If it was me who was receiving such feelings... This is a hard talk about a painting. You're neglecting yourself too much. Why aren't you kinder to yourself, mistress? Is this really her true expression? Yeah, to people who don't know her that well, I guess. Her smile, I don't know. The smile in this picture is somehow different from the one she usually shows us. I realize Lacan's feelings are in there, but I don't think she has ever opened herself up and shown her inner self to others like this before. You've been painting such a beautiful expression of Sophia. I just can't see the reason why you would want to stop. Beautiful. Forget it. This picture, it's anything but beautiful. Lacan, you say you're empty. Then why do you come along with us? What we've been doing up until now are not just acts of mercy. It's a fight for freedom. Time and again you've been through life-threatening situations with us. A man who has nothing in his heart couldn't do that kind of thing, right? Roni, you're giving me too much credit. As long as you do something to keep yourself occupied, you can ignore the hollowness inside. From the beginning, my very existence itself was an emptiness. It wouldn't matter if I were to die right now. You live, you die, that's all. Pessimistic as usual, Lacan, and now you're lying. It is just that you're not good at expressing your own feelings. You're not empty. She knows that. That's why she shows only you her true smile. I don't deserve to see her true smile. She is the hope of the people, their support. There's so much more for her to do. Why would she open her heart to a mere artist like me? Bro! Bro! Hey bro, what are you doing here? What's up? The Council of Elders of Shavat issued a decision. Tomorrow we will leave for Soylent. Soylent? That's in Solaris. Yes, and Sophia will be coming with us. That's ridiculous. The refugees are still increasing. We can't afford to have Sophia leave Nisan. And going to Soylent, that's plain foolish. It's too dangerous. What are the elders thinking? No, it wasn't the council's wish. It was Sophia's will. It appears that she expressed this desire herself. That can't be. What is she thinking? Originally, we talked about it being just us. Just us? I'm glad that Edgar and Sabine got to be in another game. I agree. Sophia! Sophia! Lacan, what are you doing? You keep back. I knew we couldn't leave Sophia in your care. I'll protect her, even if it costs me my life. Why don't you go get some rest, Krell? You haven't slept since the day before yesterday, have you? You shouldn't do that to yourself. I'm fine. It's not a problem. Look, I'll watch over her, so you go sleep. What will we do if you also fall ill? Do not forget you are the head of the sect's military forces. Okay, I suppose you are right. Ellie, I am so sorry. It was my misjudgment that did this to you. I was terrified. It was like you could see right through me. Your eyes, that look. That was me that was being reflected back in your eyes. I was looking at myself, and thus painting myself. I couldn't stand it, so that's why... Oh, Ellie, what in the heavens did you find inside of me? When you wake up, I think I will ask you that. On second thought, no. No, I don't want to burden you with my concerns. Besides, I wouldn't be able to ask you. One look into your eyes and I can't say a thing. I wouldn't even be able to tell you how I feel. You are the sweetest person. Ellie! You are someone who cannot bear to see others hurt by your own actions. So you hold everything in and bear all the burden. If you get hurt in the end, you think that is fine. That's what I like about you. Stop, don't say that. If you become just another human, everyone will... Humans aren't all that frail, you know. They don't need a symbol who's just appearances only. I believe that if you have light in your heart, you can overcome any hardship. What I have been doing is simply showing people that such light exists in the hearts of everyone. I'm just a woman. And to fulfill my womanhood, I'm prepared to throw away anything, even this position. I'm just playing the role of Sophia, but I am still me. I haven't changed. A cowardly, selfish crybaby. I am still the same. Could you live a lie like that and still be happy? I don't want to do that. Oh, Lacan, I want to live more honestly with myself. To be able to tell the man that I love that I do love him. And I don't care if I get hurt or rejected. You only have one life. I don't want to turn around later and regret not having done such things. Do you think I'll let it end here? We are not their possessions. Oh, hey, we get the old-timey spaceship movie again. Sophia, what are you doing? I am ending this. You won't need to fight anymore. So, Krellian, please open your fist, and with your open hand gently hold the people who will continue to live. Don't be foolish. We'll help you escape, so please stop. Thank you, Lacan, but sorry, there's no other way. Ellie! People support each other to live. It's what brings us happiness. So share that happiness, and please, Lacan, live! Oh, he's gonna. You're right, they did put a lot of work into the old-time cutscene. Ellie! We were sacrificed as pawns. In order to protect their own authority, Sophia was... Is this the ideal world we've been searching for? What have we been doing? Heading towards Sophia's ideals? Is this our salvation? This isn't fair. Sophia was sacrificed for those bastards. Yeah, you're right, Mr. C. This cutscene is... It's like an hour long. Sophia said, if you just have faith, the path to what you hope for will open. But look at reality. God didn't answer our prayers. Is that because we didn't have faith? Even if we didn't have faith, Sophia did. Why did she have to be sacrificed? Is God dead? Is he just not there? Maybe God never even existed to begin with. Alright. That's a little much. Faith in God. Do not look for it on the outside, for it is something one must build from within oneself. That's actually good advice. I see, that's it. If God doesn't exist in our world, then I will create God with my own hands. Krellian. You have gone off the deep end, my friend. Sophia, please guide me. I will destroy all such false pretenses of love for you. He's cracked, he has. This game is like, hey, I know you've been playing for a while, but why not read a quick book? We need to gather all our surviving comrades. We'll never beat them if we fight them individually. So let us create a country that can someday stand up against them. What are you going to do, Lacan? Somebody woke up Faye, I think. Nope, it's Lacan, never mind. Ellie? If only you had power, you could have saved her. That's right, they had captured Miang. It's like this moment is probably the safest this world has ever been. And Lacan's about to royally F it up. You want it, don't you? Unrivaled power. Don't you want to become the absolute being? There. That's what I have sought after. Absolute being sounds real cool until you figure out that it's just Shadow the Hedgehog. But wait, that's not what I want. No, this is what I desire. Live. Oh, sorry, that's the ultimate being. Excuse me. So this is where Faye's being held? He deserves it. Let me prey on his weeping face as if it were an idol. As if I would. Yuck. What? What is this? Welcome back to the game, Dan. Why are you still alive? Oh wait, because he's already a mutant. This is terrible. No matter what, this is going way too far. He's still alive? How could you possibly be? You're human too, aren't you? Darn. Faye. Oh, Faye. Crying? Huh? Midori, it's you. Phew, don't scare me like that. Crying? Who's crying? You mean our friend Faye is crying? Angry. Hurt. He'll wake up soon. It's calling him. What do you mean? Whoa, what the... He broke through his carbonite encasing. Faye took his gear of Veltol and went in search of Zohar. We followed Faye's trail. Eventually we arrived at the location where Zohar had fallen to Earth, so very long ago. Nothing could have prepared us for what we were about to see there. Oh, let's see who the game loaded me up with. This is probably okay, but just to be sure. I mean, Interceptor he could have, if he hadn't, you know, had an objective. He could have nuked all of Solaris out of the sky. Really easily, too. Yeah, this is probably alright. You have an ether doubler, you have the other ether doubler. I give you the golden coat, or whatever it is. Yeah, there you go. Golden vest. What is that? Oh, it's a giant beam of light with a hole in the ground. This must be the place. Because there's nothing else out here. Wait for me. This is as far as you can come. From here on is my world. You can't enter. What do you mean? You're a subordinate, fake persona, that's why. A subordinate fake persona? Yes, he has part of my memories from back then. He has sealed away the very meaning of my existence. My drive, my motivation, my subconscious id. Because of that, I became a basic blank persona. And on top of that, I constructed a new persona based on my experiences since then. That is what you are now. Him? You mean father? You call him father? He who never did anything for you? It was because of his cowardly behavior. If only he had been able to protect me. If he had done that, Mother wouldn't have died. Didn't my mother die right after I was born? What really happened to my mother? Tell me, Id. You don't need to know. You'll only disappear soon. Along with your basic persona, the coward. I'll rule my being through the power of the existence. Of course you don't know, but it is etched in my metempsychotic memory. Your persona is fake, so you'll never stand on the stage of consciousness. You'll never be able to take charge of the memories from our past lives. I know the dreams and hallucinations. I've seen them many times. Them. I showed them to you on purpose. To break the seal, I chose to weaken the power of your existence. If your mental energy is weakened, I can become free to do as I wish. What? There are still things inside you which you haven't been shown yet. Huh? Someone's coming. It's probably your friends. They must have followed me. Where are you going? I came to re-establish contact with the existence. To tie together all the threads of your memories since ancient times, and then cut them off. That is the fate of the contact. All is ready. It's time for the true awakening. I will eliminate all those who were full of hypocrisy from the very beginning. Wait for me, Id. You just stay here and observe. What is this? Helps if I have the cursor in the right window. Excuse me. Oh, now I remember. I had forgotten about this. Faye? This must mean this is Veltal's transformed appearance. I want to watch Escaflowne? Really? Ew, got robot fluid everywhere. Oh, this is like the one effect that doesn't look good. I'm sorry. Rude. Guy just straight up punches his daughter. Is that even a punch? I don't even know. I mean, technically daughter, since she's basically a cloud of nanomachines, but she's more or less adopted. That makes sense, right? Kinda. I know I can just try for, I think I can just do, like, attack level 1 death blows over and over again, but it ought to be a little more interesting. Oh, this is what I get for being interesting. Let's see here. Gear attack up, gear defense down. That's not really helpful now, is it? Eh. I got 5% of going into hyper mode. This might take a while. I should be using a... should be firing the dad. With Billy. Let's just see what this does. I brought out my crochet, take your time. Alright, Interceptor, I will. That's more damage. %. Neat. What do we have here? Oh, that's actually pretty good. Somebody go into hyper mode, please. Give me something interesting to look at. I forgot! Oh man, that really hurt. I forgot he could do that. Yeah, screw it. Oh, we're done here. Are you okay? Wiseman? It's already too late. Assist me, for I am about to exterminate id. Zohar is Deus's core. The slave generators are and ether. It's the source of all their energy. After attaining its power, the freshly awakened id intends to annihilate this world. The contact with Zohar was meant to have been done after the unifying of Faye's true personality. Ha! Keep back! You again. You are always getting in my way. But I cannot be stopped by you. You who couldn't even protect his own wife and son. You cannot even bear to show your face to your son. That's why you wear a mask, isn't it, Khan? Son? That's right. This man is Faye's. No, I mean my father, Khan Wong. Wise man is Faye's dad confirmed. Correct. Right? Oh, he's like, I don't get any points for this, do I? What happened to Faye? Id. Too bad. The new personality of Faye that you gave birth to. And all that work that your persona did to make him one perfect unified whole has been wasted. You will be swallowed up by me. I won't permit it. I will destroy you first. As if you could, sissy. Mother died because of your cowardly behavior. And from a result, he ran away from that reality by entering into his memories. And now I continue my existence bearing all that hatred. You wouldn't be able to imagine what it's like. I wasn't simply working to unify Faye's personality, you know. All that you and I feel, the sadness, the hatred, even though he also experienced such things. Faye needed to be encouraged to build himself up in order to be able to comprehend all of this. Faye should be able to understand all of your feelings now. But now you want to erase the one who understands you. To kill Faye. What is it that you want? Why ask me such a thing now? My purpose is the same as his. Total destruction. That and that alone. Is this world so bad a place? Is there only... that there is only hatred inside of you? You're the ones who made me this way. You and that woman. Admit it. Faye, can you hear me? Please take this fist full of memories I am giving you. Become one with yourself and with me. Faye, where did the real you go? Remember, were you not going to help Ellie? I actually despise Bob's Burgers. Yes, this is inside id. A world filled with hatred and sadness. That's all that's here. Yes, now I understand id. Why you hate the world. Why there is nothing inside you. Nothing. Nothing was given to you, deprived of all the happy memories. And yet, it feels pleasant. It almost feels good. Now I get it. There's no need to resist. I was originally just an existence that was created as a cover to hide id. So it would be better to return to that place. Let's come together. To wipe away everything, including ourselves. Remember, were you not going to help Ellie? Ellie? That's right, Ellie. I've got to save Ellie. What's this place? What's he done now? He only called you in here for his own sake. This is inside the shell of your basic character, the room of the coward. I'm sure you've been here many times before. I see, I remember now, in my dreams. Everything despised and unwanted he pushed onto me, while he shut himself up in his own little shell, the coward Faye. The basis for our personalities. Who are you? Ah, you're my... Hey, let's watch this together. This is my most treasured possession. Ha! By repeatedly replaying the times he was full of happiness, he lives in his own happy little world. While I'm still alive only because of what's in those leftover dregs. Here, I'll show you everything about me. Ours was an ordinary family. A strict but reliable father. A kind and loving mother. Up till then, it was complete happiness. But one day, Mother suddenly changed. She was like a totally different person. From that day on, Faye lost his home. Father was away often. He had some important work. When Father was away from home, Faye was taken to a place with mysterious machines. Inside, there were many strangely dressed people. Many types of probes were injected into Faye's body as the start to some kind of experiments. The tests caused Faye much pain. Mother didn't come to his assistance. Young Faye had no way of resisting, but he was able to endure. Faye needs a proper adult. Eventually the experiments became unbearable. Many people gathered around Faye. These people had a high compatibility with the anima relics. This psychic contact with Faye was to force him to awaken. But no one could make contact with Faye. The power drawn out of Faye, regardless of his will, destroyed them all. This is unbelievable. Mother allowed this to take place? Psychic contact? What do you mean by awaken me? To awaken God, everything had to be in perfect order, with nothing lacking. Things divided in the past must become one complete whole again. Countless people died before Faye's eyes. Men, women, the old, the young, even demi-humans. Suffering, grief, fear, ecstasy, a variety of emotions and words lingered, and tumbled about Faye like broken dolls. It was a scene from hell. In front of Father, she acted normally. When Faye tried to tell Father about Mother's strange conduct and the experiments, Father's mind was taken up by his work, and he didn't really listen. He thought it was just childhood fantasies. But he didn't have to endure the pain much longer. Faye's subconscious discovered a way to escape from the trauma. He formed a separate persona to deal with things he didn't like or couldn't bear. He removed himself from out of harm's way. My role was to have all the things he hated forced upon me, the moment they arose. From the time of my division from him, I was dominated by hatred. That hatred naturally turned into destructive impulses. I wanted to destroy everything. Mother, Father, the entire world. Finally, Father noticed Mother's odd behavior, but it was already too late. I had completely separated from that coward, my original self. The puppets were broken, and Faye's heart was too... What would make Mother do such a thing? Mother repeated the experiments to study the power she knew existed within me. Yes, that woman, Mother, was Miang. That's a lie! No, it's true. Mother was Miang. That's right, Karen had become Miang. What is that you say? It's nothing special. Miang does not have only one host body. Miang's roots are sealed in the genes of all women. Any one of them could become Miang. It just happened to be Mother's turn. Only Ellie was special originally. No. Karen, Miang, noticed that Faye's memory time axis had increased 2 or 3-fold. She then became convinced that Faye was the contact. Contact? Yes, I was the contact. That's why he called out to me. And why the time had come. Stop it! Cut it out! Dad! Dad! Mom, help Dad! Hey Mom, why aren't you helping Dad? Dad's gonna die! Graf came seeking the power that exists within me. To return to his own body. You understand now, don't you? Graf is Lacan. We, his descendants who inherited his lingering thoughts and memories from him, know only too well. Divided 500 years ago, he would become a part of us both. Lacan became Graf. He destroyed everything on the face of the earth. He then mastered how to possess the bodies of others by dwelling in their minds. He was probably enabled to do this after his contact with the existence. The bodies died, but Lacan's spirit continued living by possessing others. He had come that day to return his soul, at last, to the perfect reincarnation of his physical body. The body of Faye. Father fought him, but he couldn't protect Mother or I. He pitifully fought on while coughing up his lifeblood. Graf made a mockery of Father, and Mother would not even help him when he needed her the most. As for their son, he couldn't take what was happening anymore. He gave in to his feelings and released his power, and as a result, Mother died. Mom! And he offloaded the results of his actions onto me. To avoid taking the responsibility for killing Mother, he used me as a shield. I also killed Mother. He pushed all the bad things onto me, but kept all the memories filled with happiness and Mother's love to himself. And he shut himself away with those memories inside his own little shell forever. This is the place. What you see before you is what he made. He just keeps hanging on to those memories. That's what this is. Stop it. Just stop it. These scenes. Are these all there is to us? Enough already. There is nothing here. Just a world filled with deception and pain. It can't be helped. This is our world. This is everything. I was a fool. It was all my fault. I was so busy with my duties in Shevat that I didn't notice Karen had changed. I couldn't save you when you needed my help. Save me? Ha! Why bother saying such nonsense now? It's not going to change anything. The only thing you can do now is die by my hand. Ugh! Even still, I'll show you that I can save you. Dad! Stop it, Id! Father has done nothing wrong. I know. This one is the real culprit. Mother and Father had no choice. Thanks, pass it back to me. I'm playing with Mother. This is not reality. It's all fake. It's all a trick. All of it. No, get out. This is my room. I thought you would always be with me. Nice kid voice. Oh, I'm sorry. You won't see reality? Happiness, sadness, aren't these all parts that combine to make the whole? Why won't you show him? Why don't you also show id what you always watch? No, that's mine. I don't want to show it to the person who killed Mother. You should talk. You're the one who killed Mother. No, I didn't. You did. I did not kill her. Mother didn't care for you. Father didn't notice either. That's why you killed her. I didn't kill her. I didn't. Knock it off. We killed Mother. It's no one's fault but ours. It's not because she became Miang or because Father didn't notice. Don't look outside for the reason. Don't blame anyone but yourself. Yes, Mother was Miang. I know that you suffered. No one could have endured it. But you can't push it onto it alone. We are all one person. We must all become one, right? Faye. Walk on your own 2 feet and face up to the reality that you don't want to see. Show them to id everything you took for yourself. Lies, that woman, the scene, all illusions he made up. My consciousness can see through this trick. It won't be swayed. That's enough. Doing that isn't going to solve anything. Mother saved us at the last moment. That is the truth, right? The reality isn't all grim, id. My power couldn't save anyone. It only destroyed. I thought that I could only make a connection with others through destruction. So I had to destroy it all. People, the world, even Ellie. No, that's not the case. We can save others just as our mother, despite being Miang, saved us. Our power can save people. We can save Ellie. That's a first. Mother being so warm. To me, she almost seems too warm. Faye, take the memories I have within me. You must know what it used to be like up until now. Know our identity, about who we are, then figure out what ought to be done. Our integration is not yet complete. For context, this is a different previous life. Elheim! Abel, live! Are we Roman now? I just can't hand our child over to you. A different previous life, correct. There's been quite a few. Lacan, live! If God doesn't exist in our world, then I will create God with my own hands. Okay, crazy. What is this place? My execution site? Why do you turn on me? I thought we were friends. In case of fire, yell, live! Who is it? We're only friends as far as I can throw you. That's a very short distance. Did I cause this? What has happened to me? What have I become? Live! I will live. Even if I go to hell, I will live till the end of this world. And if the world does not come to an end, I will destroy it with my own hands. Faye, Faye. Who is it? Who's calling me? I am Har... What is this light? I reside in Zohar. I am the beginning and the end, the first and the last. God? God. Some would refer to me as that. From a certain point of view, it is right to view me as such, but at the same time I am not. I am also a part of you. A part of me? I am defined by how people observe me. You are actually talking to a virtual version of me that you yourself create. I am your perception of me. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't understand.
Who or what are you? In one word, existence. Existence? In actuality, I do not have a physical form. I am an existence of a higher dimension, a place you cannot perceive. But in terms of you understand, it is a world where everything acts as kinds of waves. It is the source of this four-dimensional universe, the place where time and space is controlled, the fluctuating void, the wave existence. What does such an existence have to do with me? Long ago, a modifier, or a pseudo-perpetual infinite energy engine was created. That engine was named Zohar. That reactor was created by an ancient people from another planet to attain what is considered to be the ultimate energy possible within this four-dimensional universe. Eventually, those people used that same engine to create the ultimate interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus. Zohar was used as its primary source of power. But the unexpected happened. During the connection tests of the Zohar with the newly completed Deus, the engine started to examine infinite potential phenomena. Required energy. The engine connected this dimension to the higher dimensional space. As a result, that reactor merged or synchronized with the wave existence in that higher dimension. Me. I descended from the point of contact created by the machine through the path of Sephiroth, or the domain you are in right now, and incarnated in the four-dimensional world. Boy, throw an H on Sephiroth and what do you get? Kind of a one-dimensional antagonist. I need to actually play 7 at some point on stream so I can properly heckle it. After I advented to the four-dimensional world in order to stabilize myself here, I had to exchange or materialize my form and enter into the modifier engine. In other words, I became bound in Zohar, the cage of fleshly existence. Since the time I was bound in Zohar, I have always wanted to return to my own dimension, and I came to a conclusion. I had to reverse the process I went through to arrive here. I must be released by the one who instilled within me a special feature of this dimension, the will. That one is you. Decided it was me? A special feature? Yes, I was given a special attribute of a human by you, the contact, when you observed me. I was given a mother's will. A mother's will? I'm sure you remember. After my descent, you had contact with the modifier engine Zohar. There was one cutscene in this game. That had anything to do with this. Before this point. As a contact, being only a child, you defined my existence with your desire to return to your mother. Thus I came to prepare the mother's will. That will is Elheim. Ellie's disposition was influenced by me? Yes, my will was incarnated through a biocomputer which was vital for Deus. After combining with me, the biocomputer evolved its functions, and that bioplant generated a central element, that is her. I was split by your contact. My physical form or flesh stayed in Zohar, while my will went into Elheim, and my power went into you. That's why I waited to unite with you, and now it is fulfilled. My only remaining desire is to break this cage of fleshly existence. In order to do that, I must become perfect by combining with Elheim, as well as my other split physical form, Deus. The only way to return to my original dimension is to destroy this physical body. In the four-dimensional world, Zohar is perfect, so in order to destroy Zohar, I need the strength that was attributed to you. Zohar can only be destroyed by the hands of the contact. What about Ellie? If Zohar is destroyed, what will become of Ellie? Zohar and Deus are one. She is bound to the system by another's will to become one with me. In order to release her, it is necessary to destroy that very system which serves as the Deus weapon. However, having been created as a weapon, the Deus system seeks to unify itself with all of you for a different purpose than that of mine. Originally, her release should have been performed by me, the one who desires to return back to the higher dimension, but I am also bound to the system just as she is, so I am unable to participate. You are the only one who can release her from the spell. Just as Deus and I are inseparable, you and her are also inseparable. Alright, I'll destroy Deus and the Zohar modifier, and I'll save Ellie. I'm really glad that Faye was able to parse exactly what he needed out of this conversation. Because I would have been like, hold on, go back, say it again, I don't understand. You have experienced much loss and deprivation in your life. It is very tragic. Our contact and the resulting transference of power and will between you and I most likely played a factor in splitting your personality. I disagree. I can't blame anything or anyone besides myself. Regardless of what may have happened in the past, with the passing of time, the cause becomes more remote. It is a problem that comes from within myself, that I myself must deal with. I see, you have managed to accept those tragedies, to tolerate all things, to comprehend and find where you stand in this world. If you have succeeded to do all these things, I am sure you will succeed in what awaits you now. To liberate all of us, use the Xenogears. Destroy Zohar. Wait, there's more I need to ask you. The system is awakening. Ask her later. Yes, let us save the game. Oh man. I gotta catch up on chat now. You're playing FF4 and it turns out it's the best one. I mean, that's a matter of opinion, but I personally don't really care much for 4. 4 used to be my favorite. 5 has taken the spot. I'd play FF7 with the newer fan translation. You know what? I want to play FF7 with a, oh, what's it called? A text obfuscator. There we go. I would love that. Just because it'd be an entire game full of gibberish, and I know the game well enough over the years that it wouldn't be that difficult to muddle through. Oh yes, the best gear in this game. Dad! Play it in Japanese. I don't even know how to read I don't speak Japanese. Dad, are you okay? Dad, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Faye. Faye? You've returned to your own self. You've become one. Yes, thanks to you all. If all of you hadn't called out to me. Ugh. Dad! Don't worry. This is good. This is, after all, Dad? You and I must become one. Huh? Graf? What's going on? Haha. I reached the limit of the body I possessed on that day 3 years ago. I required a body that would tide me over until your true awakening. That is why I acquired the body of your father. Regardless of your awakening, your merging, and the inherited memories you had acquired. There was no way for you to know of this, since you had lost your memory at that point. At the point in which I merged with your father. Impossible. What about Wiseman? What about father? Of course they were just parts of me. I couldn't hold on to Khan totally. His ego was far stronger than I imagined. When my control weakened, he showed himself to you as Wiseman. Ah. You have awakened. This body is now useless to me. Now I must return to my original body. The reincarnation of my body that you inhabit. Stop it, Dad! I hear you, Faye. You see, he and I are one. I am Khan. Khan is me. He has become one with me, so you too should open your heart and unite with me. Then we can go on to eliminate everything. No, I can't allow you to control me. And then he just magicked his way across the room. Just for you, Mr. Bushido. Protecting your master? Then so be it. I'll merge with both you and your machine then. Now come, Faye, fight me. It's no use. I know you're Lacan and that you're part of me. But that doesn't change you being my father. I could never really fight you. You're so naive. Why don't you understand that your naivety is what killed Sophia? What killed your mother, Karen? I already know that. That's why I swore never to run away again. That I must rescue Ellie, so don't get in my way. Wake up, open your eyes, father. Lacan. If that's the case, then fight me. Fight me! Okay. You having problems? Oh, he crashed on me, damn it. Abort. Escape. Escape.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 No.
No. Well, at least we did just save the game. Was not expecting that. No, it wasn't an hour. We actually just saved the game. And then they lived happily ever after. I feel like the system itself was just like, dude, I'm tired. This story is nuts. I really hope this is the right one. It may not be. Oh, yeah, this is not. Wait, I can't actually copy. I have to, I have to jump out again. Damn it. Let's try it again. You've had so much cutscene, I want to stop playing. Yeah. Max, are you writing fan fiction in my chat? I don't have a rule about that, but I feel like I should. Yes. Stop it. Okay, whether or not it's erotic, I don't care. And it's super nice. Okay, we've been here. I'm not reading all this crap again. He's just gonna say fight me a whole bunch. If it crashes again, then we're done here for the night. Curse you, pause button not skipping? Yeah, pause button does not skip. That's an excellent summary, Interceptor. Let me give you a detailed explanation of what happened. I already know this. The pause button, it does the thing it's supposed to, but you want it to do something different. Nah. Can we just enjoy how Faye is jiggling in his grasp here? Does Graf have a giant booger? I think it's just a feature of his helmet. Like, I can't look at his helmet. Like, I see it different. Like, the way it's drawn, I see it differently every time. It's really hard to portion out where certain parts of his face are supposed to be. Oh, I can't! Alright, he was saying fight me, and Faye says no. I see, then there's no other choice. Since you're so unwilling to fight, I believe I'll have to use them as bait. Stop it! Don't we have the same memories? Can't you also remember that sadness you felt way back then? Why then? Why must you destroy everything? If we stop Deus, won't this all be over? You still don't understand, even after your contact with the Existence. I came to understand after my contact with the Existence that even if Deus was destroyed, as long as humans still inhabit this land, Miang Elheim will be born time and again. Then all living things may as well perish along with Deus itself. That's the only path to freedom. The path to release us from the eternal cycles of life, the tragedies of history and the spell of fate. Once I awaken Deus as a weapon, I'll obliterate all living things. Then I'll use your awakened self and that machine to return everything to nothing. That's what I concluded. It's all here in this pamphlet. Miang and Elheim are not just Deus mouthpieces. That woman is its main body. Why can't you see that? That's not true. She gave her life for me by shielding me from harm. Her eyes weren't Miang's. Mother came back at the last moment. Miang, Mother, even Ellie, we're all humans born on this planet. Deus doesn't matter. You'll see. I will bring Ellie back. Father, no, Graf, Lacan, if you won't back down. Never. Then I have no choice. The time has come to truly become one. And then he tap dances on my face. Thanks, Graf. Is this the final boss? No, Mr. C. We are so far away from the final boss. You have no idea. Stop it. Right? So much disrespect. Oh, 99% chance to go into hyper mode. Hang on. I'll wait another turn. That was nice. I like that. We could go back to Punch RNG grinding for Zelda amiibo items. It was pretty great, but I'm out of Zelda amiibo items. Well, not entirely, but... Yes! Fist of the North Star! It's also a lie that I'm out of amiibo items. But I technically already used them today, so unless I wait until after midnight, you know. Sounds like I need more amiibos. That's a lie. I don't need more amiibos. I'm good. Nah. Yeah. Please don't crash. Okay. Whew. Why don't you finish me off? If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. It's alright, Dad. I understand. You are not Graf. You are my father. You and Graf are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought. But let's stop now. Our objectives should be the same. It is the same as our becoming one. We don't have to fight. Ah, what? My body. Zohar is after you. The last piece to combine with Deus' system. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. What? This is what Lacan wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect existence. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened in the past. Lacan's imperfect secondary existence with the wave existence split his personality into two. Eventually his body died, but the original Lacan transmigrated, bringing the destiny of becoming a contact with him. He was reborn as your present body. The remaining persona, just his desires, lived on separately by possessing the bodies of others. That is Graf, that is me. I may have inherited Lacan's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lacan. It is impossible for me to make real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Even though our bodies may be different, I am still half of you. That fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar, and thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can be one with you. This is all I can do. Deus' system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus and the Zohar modifier. You're the only one who could destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. Dad! As you said, that was Karen. Through many generations, Miang is beginning to break free of her bonds. Now that Elheim has merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth as the contact's complement up to her current transmigration. That includes all of the lives she has lived as Miang and her substitutes over the centuries. And of course, that includes your mother's memories too. Mother's memories? Faye, cut away all the binds on mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her and all the other women bound with her. I'm begging you, Faye. One last time. The answer to your questions, Interceptor, are yes. Ellie and Miang are the same person because Miang is now possessing Ellie. But technically, Miang can do that to any woman, so... Yeah, he did technically die there, Mr. Bushido. You're right. I'm sorry, I only just now saw your... everything that Graf was saying, and it's like cut to just Faye nodding sagely like, yes, I understand. What's this? This pendant. Is this Sophia's or my mother's? It's nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused everyone. Thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get going. There's little time left now, for me, and for our planet. What is this place? This is where it all started. This is our genesis. Humans were born here. Long ago, Deus crash landed on this planet in an interplanetary colony ship. In order to revive itself someday, Deus detached the Zohar modifier's core. Excuse me. Oh man, I needed that drink of water. After this core unit came down here, a single woman awoke and arose from out of it. That's the opening cutscene for anyone who missed it. She's the mother of all humanity. After she awoke, she used all her power to bear several beings. These would become the ancestors of the whole of humanity. These were the Emperor and the Gazelle Ministry. Finally, she gave birth to replicas of herself to be humanity's caretakers. Two selves, the human mother and the weapon. The subject and the complement. That is Ellie and Miang. I, the sole survivor from the colony ship, met Ellie, and everything started from there. The land of Genesis, Katamoni. This is that place. Odd. Why you have ancient memory? Usually human memories cannot be passed down through the generations. Humans do not normally have the ability to compress and store memories in their introns. But Ellie and I, and Miang, are different. Due to our connection with the wave existence, that is, due to Zohar's ability to change possible phenomena, we can clearly store data in our introns. In other words, we can leave behind memories to be inherited by our descendants. Just as the wave existence is bound inside the Zohar. Of Zohar, excuse me. The information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the wave existence. Then this is the form from when Ellie and Miang were still one being. This is the first woman of our world. And it's a skeleton. Spooky. Our mother. I think your local Scientology auditor can get those fixed up for you. So if we destroy that Zohar thing, everything will be over, right? Yes. The source of our ether powers and the source of power for the generators that make our gears work. It all comes from the Zohar modifier engine, which can control any potential phenomena. If we destroy it, Deus and the Seraph Angels will all be deactivated. And then we should also be able to free Ellie, who has become bound to the Deus weapon system as Miang. Right, Faye? Yeah, that's what the wave existence said. But then there is the downside. It will also mean that we will no longer be able to use our gears or our ether powers anymore. What are those Seraph Angels all about anyway? That odd appearance, as if they lack something. As if they were neither living beings nor mere weapons. Zohar senses the human consciousness and incarnates the Seraphs. Human consciousness? Zohar itself involves the principle of uncertainty. The observer's perception of Zohar determines the entity it actually becomes. In other words, I believe that those angels are incarnations of the spirits of people. The people who have been absorbed by Deus to become parts of it. So what merit is there for them to gain in eliminating all of civilization? Is it some kind of hatred for those humans who have survived? Of course not. Those people who were created and assimilated as parts for Deus would not have such intentions. Try to remember that what Ellie, when she became Miang, said. The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. Yes, that is why Merkava is being used to begin the destruction. But Deus is not following its programming of exterminating all of civilization. The Seraphs, which are terminal interface weapons of Deus, are using their bodies composed of nanomachines to absorb massive numbers of people, regardless of whether they are alive or dead. It is not discriminating between the mutant and non-mutant people. This is highly peculiar. The fact that the people who are meant to be destroyed are being taken in as well, that is the absolute opposite of what it is supposed to be doing. Maybe there aren't enough parts. That is unlikely. Aside from those bodies that were destined to be parts for it, Deus, who has already acquired the abilities of the nanomachines, can just about use any material to construct its body. It is obvious it has other intentions in mind. Those intentions. Krelian has called Deus the Mother. If God is the Mother, then those motives are coming from the Great Mother. Impeding the growth of its child, enveloping it, to bring the child back to the womb to become one with it. That is its motive. Such a program does not exist within its design, though. It was probably given this unique will by someone, either from Ellie or Ellie who has merged with the Deus, or... Either way, it doesn't change the fact that we have to fight. Regardless of what their intentions are, the problem is how we're supposed to deal with them. You think we can do it in our current state? This secret battleship, Excalibur, will also take part in the final battle. Additionally, the military potential of all the surface forces will assemble here. Even if we can put together a massive force, we still have the problem with the main armament of the Merkava. We need to know how to take that out. As long as we don't do that... Merkava's ultra-long-range cannon has the ability to vaporize any substance. On top of that, they have a barrier around their perimeter that nullifies all attacks. We fought against the Merkava many times to try to stop its onslaught. However, we cannot even get close. Hence we have had to withdraw every time. Damn it, no matter how much we want to save Ellie. If we can't get inside the Merkava, it's meaningless. To add to that, there is the problem of those Seraphs. They function as the terminal interface faces weapons for close defense. I can easily say that their attack power is equivalent to the Omnigear class. They even have the regenerative ability due to the nanomachines. Don't be concerned about that. I was able to obtain some data from Xenogears. You see, Xenogears has mutagenically evolved due to its contact with Zohar. Using that data, all of your new gears ought to be completed soon. Additionally, all the other weapons and armaments are being modified to implement the disassembler device. Disassembler device? In contrast to the nanoassemblers, which create matter to repair with, the disassemblers have the ability to dismantle or destroy matter. They can even deactivate the nanomachine's restoring ability by disengaging the repair programs. This should be sufficiently effective even against the Deus Seraphs. Alright, even if we can deal with the angels. Just how are we going to deal with that Merkava? We can't even get close to the thing. There is no such thing as a perfect defense. There is a way. Look over here. Oh, this is one of the best sequences in the game. It's building up to it now. Merkava's main gun requires a 1.2 second interval to reload because of its tremendous output. Upon firing, although it is only sectional, there will be a portion of the barrier that will be opened. There is a 1.87 second delay before the barrier reforms in that area. If we can use this window of time to target and destroy that cannon, it will be possible to close in on it. If we can get close enough, we can break through with gravitational spatial correction. I can make up words too, you know. Well, this is the rough idea. Unfortunately, we don't have such a long-range cannon. I could acquire a target in such a brief time frame. So what you're saying is, we just need to shut that annoying cannon up, right? You want to go ahead? You want to go head on into Merkava? Now you're being reckless again. That's suicide. No, listen, we're not going to just rush in. The Yggdrasil 4 and this Excalibur are also equipped with barriers. That's what we'll use. Although only for a short time, we can withstand a direct hit from Merkava's main cannon. Then we can close in and watch for that part of the barrier to go down and then destroy the cannon. How long will our barrier last? About 20 or so seconds. That's all? It wouldn't matter how fast we fly. In that amount of time, we'll be without a barrier before we can get within firing range. Can you imagine if this was FF7 instead, and they had actually, you know, given it the full, like, 4 or 5 discs that it should have been? Yes. This would have been the best game of all time. It still kind of is, in my opinion. But those numbers are valid only if the generator is at full drive, right? You can only get those numbers if we sacrifice all other output and propulsion. I'm not suggesting we go in guns blazing knowing we're going to lose. We're going to physically put a lid on it, directly. As you've said, the Yggdrasil 4 or Excalibur's barrier can't sufficiently defend against Merkava's attack. At least with one generator, that is. Meaning? Meaning, we can defend against the Merkava with twice the amount of time. 40 seconds if we couple the 2 generators together. This way we can make it into the heart of Merkava. Then what about the propulsion? Just hear me out. This is already a bad plan, because he used that line. This is what we do. First we transform my Yggdrasil into heavy assault mode, and load it onto the Excalibur so we can couple the generators. By doing that, we can reduce the energy usage down to just supporting the hull of the ship and generating the barrier. This will allow most of the energy to be devoted to generating the barrier. Next, shift the barrier to full front and focus it to a single point where their main cannon will make it strike. The margins for error in terms of timing are very tight. Correct. Now for movement, first off, we develop a barrier by engaging Excalibur's generator to maximum power. You guys are gonna love this next part. For propulsion during that time, we'll install in the Yggdrasil those large solid rockets we got from the ruins of the mass driver, which also happen to have nuclear warheads on them. When Excalibur's barrier expires, we'll use the Yggdrasil 4's generator to develop a barrier. Then we'll also detach the solid rockets and shift the Excalibur into conventional flight. Using this method, we can get right in Merkava's face. After it fires, it'll be defenseless. During this time, we'll block the muzzle of Merkava's cannon with Excalibur's bow ram, upon which we should have 0.67 seconds. With the cannon fire of the Excalibur, we'll destroy the Yggdrasil 4's slave generator and incapacitate the Merkava along the way, and then we break through. That's what the plan is all about. The combination of the barriers of both ships, storming the Merkava, the timing of the cannon fire of the Excalibur, these are all going to be crucial. Mess up any one of these and the consequences are going to be severe. The power of the Zohar modifier can only be defeated by nuclear surfboards. Hence, it'll be necessary to have both crews in sync with each other. That's why I'd like to place Sig in command of the Excalibur. I have no qualms with that. What do you think, Queen? Will you lend us your battleship? Since there appears to be no other alternative, let us go with that. Please use it as you see fit. But are we not cutting it uncomfortably close? When you calculate the arrival time and the barrier generation time, you will see what I mean. One minor mishap will put us in a situation where we could run out of barrier power before our arrival. Also, we will be devoting both generators to keeping the barriers up. Won't that leave us without perimeter defenses? We won't stand a chance if we get engaged by the Seraph Angels on our way to Merkava. We'll hold them off. You can count on us. You guys just concentrate on taking out that main cannon. Thanks, we're depending on you. Already, everywhere else has been taken out. This is the only place that's left. This is going to be the true final battle. Ha! Ha! Final battle, he says. We set out to silence God's Ark, Merkava, which was the epitome of offensive and defensive power, and then storm inside it. We initiated the operation to destroy Zohar. You think we have 10 hours left in the game? I mean, depends on how lost I get in the final dungeon, really. But there's a number of side quest things that you can do. Well, goodbye to all of our nice stuff. And all of their nice stuff, too. That can't be! A secondary explosion? Oh no, I should have known better. What a miscalculation. The explosion was too big. It reacted with the main condenser right under the main cannon. And induced a secondary explosion. How could I have been so stupid? You mean we overdid it? Why did I not realize it sooner? This means we might have... Oh no, Ellie. Oh my gosh, Ellie. What is it? This time? Hey, Citan! What more is going to happen? Something is happening in the center of Merkava. What could it be? We pissed off Deus. That ain't great. At that time, the earth quaked and shook, and from the location where the Merkava crashed, a giant object appeared. It was Deus's final form. The Merkava was merely its vessel. Deus evolved through the use of Krellian's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon and began terraforming. It was attempting to convert this entire planet into a weapon. We retreated back to the base at the snow plains to form a new strategy. We decided to go back into Deus. Time was running out for us. And no longer are we confined to a chair. Yes! Ah! It's been such a long reading. We can finally do side quest things and then go punch God in the face. Ugh. I'm so tired of reading. What time is it? It is 10:15. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for today. But, as always, thank you guys. It's a lot of fun to share this game with you. Because it means a lot to me. Why do I have Bart? Why are you here? Never mind, it's not important. Anyway, I'm going to stop streaming now. So, y'all have a good night, and I'll catch you later.